everyone, welcome back to my channel, and to the new subscribers, welcome. Every cent counts TGI. My name is Budgetdoll and this is episode 2. Yay, I made it. Guys, as promised, it's a background part 1 of part 3 series. Let's get into it. My journey started at the age of 16. Right, I got my ID and I got my first job at a retail store. I worked weekends and holidays, and I have to admit I never got into debt. I always used to use what I have. Grade 11 came along. I decided I want to go to university, so I quit my job so that I can concentrate on my studies. But because I still had a financial need, I had to continue doing something. So I started selling chocolates. So I did that in grade 11 and grade 12. My hard work did pay off. I managed to get into university and I got a bursary. In addition to that, while I was doing my grade 12, there was a company that came along because our teachers were striking. Accompanied by a university, they did this program and I was part of the top 5 and I was awarded a lump sum to start off my university life. And it was because of that lump sum I was able to concentrate on my studies and not work while in university. And this helped out so much because we spread that money over 2 years and it covered majority of our expenses as a family. So there I was in university doing my thing and my brother joined, which was such a huge milestone for us as a family. And immediately I knew I need to open up a clothing account. We're both here, we need this clothing account. The clothing account didn't only just have the option of buying clothes, we also could buy like cosmetics and stuff. So it was perfect. And that year, sadly, I failed. I lost my bursary too, and immediately I knew I need to look for a job again. So I started the whole process of looking. I got a job back home and I worked holidays. I worked at a music store, and the plan was, as I'm working, I'll pay off the debt. But because I have day-to-day expenses, also at the music store, we had this option of taking in advance, which was brilliant, by the way, because you take the advance, let's say on a Monday, Friday when you get paid, they first take what you took, and then the cycle would go on and on and on. I wouldn't really be able to pay the clothing account as I had planned to. So I repeated third year and I decided midway that no, I actually need to get a job where I'm studying, not back home. It's not working out. So I started looking and I found a job at a bank. So I worked there as a temp teller. So I would only come in when I'm needed and weekends. So it was just perfect for me. I started paying off that clothing account. But now I took up a credit card because remember, my brother's also in varsity. My expenses are not just only paying off the account, the retail store account. I still have to live. I don't have a bursary anymore. I don't have that assistance I used to have. So it was difficult, but I just tried my best to just keep on paying. Here I was also trying to get my degree, and finally that year I passed. Passing meant, yay, I have a degree, but it also meant that in South Africa, a degree is no longer enough. So I made the decision that I'm going to further my studies and get my PostGrad. PostGrad meant quitting my job because it's full-time. So I did that. I quit my job before, guys. You know when you have faith. I quit my job before I got any financial assistance. But because I serve such a faithful God, I managed to get a bursary. But on the finance side, this meant that the credit card was not being paid. The retail store account was not being paid. And there I was, stuck with 2 debts for a whole year while focusing on my studies. Again, the focus helped. It paid off. I got my postgrad first time. As soon as I completed, I went back to the bank and I asked if they could give me the opportunity to do this again because I had not secured a training contract as yet. So luckily for me, they said yes, we'll definitely take you, and as soon as you get something, we need you to get out of here. So I was really blessed, guys. You're such an amazing company. So there I was back at the bank looking for a job, trying my utmost best to pay off these two accounts with no success whatsoever. But yeah, I continued working at the bank, looking for work, and mid-year I finally managed to get myself a job with a really good startup salary. So I was so excited. I couldn't believe that amount is an amount that I'll be getting on a monthly basis. And I remember calling my mom. Like I called and I said, Mom, you won't believe how much these people are going to be giving me, and this is what happened. I had so many plans and I made so many promises, but little did I know that starting a job at a different city is not easy, because one, you have to move, right? Which for me meant borrowing money from people, friends, family, to make the move happen. Number two, I'm here now. I need a place to stay. So I had to get myself a place, and I was so blessed, guys. Oh, you won't believe this, but I moved to Durban and I stayed with a friend that I met while I was doing my postgrad, by the way. I stayed with my friend and I finally found a place, and I was sharing. So finding a place meant rent, it meant buying furniture. I had to travel to work, so it meant transport money to work, it meant lunch money, a whole lot of things. So when I first sat down to look at my first income, looking at my expenses, already things were not looking that great. Because at that time, my plan was I need to pay in lump sum as much as I possibly can towards the credit card and towards the clothing account. But because I needed all these things to start my new life in the new city, banks were calling me. Retail store accounts were calling me, offering me credit left, right, and center. And believe it or not, guys, I took it all up. Because at that time in my life, I really believed what I'm about to say. I really believed that there's such a thing called good debt. I thought it's good debt because I'm making sure that whatever would be a distraction that will prevent me from starting this new journey properly, by doing this, it will be settled. And that way I can focus on just paying all of these things off. Did I maybe forget that there are expenses no one ever plans for that could pop up? There's other things that could come up. There's just so many things that I did not consider in my brilliant plan of taking up this good debt. So again, here I was working, surviving, paying to just meet my needs, sending money home, making sure my mom is okay, making sure my brother is still surviving. And it was just hard. It was so hard. And that's when I realized that, whoa, no one ever prepares you for this. Like, no one prepares you guys. No one. So it happened, and I continued working. I continued trying to make it work out. When I worked overtime, whatever I'd get there, I'll try and throw a huge lump sum into the account. 2 months later, I need to go to a function. Guess who goes back and uses that credit that they just paid off? So it became a cycle of just paying, taking, paying, taking, paying, taking, paying, taking. And for me, that's where the journey of debt started. I was just deep in debt, guys. Extremely deep in debt. That wraps up the first part of the 3-part series. Thank you so much for watching. It was a difficult one for me, but I know that I'm going to be okay, right? Remember, I can, I will, and I must. And I can start wherever I'm at any point. So thank you so much for joining. Please subscribe and share with friends and family. I will see you next time for episode 3, which will be part 2 of the 3-part series. Thank you so much. See you soon.